What I wanted to share today was how I'm finding my faith on something as simple as my dinner plate. Some of you may know I'm vegan. That's shocking, I know, because no one's more shocked than I was. You're looking at a guy who was an avid hunter, avid fisherman. I was outdoors all the time doing things like that. I would even order a hind quarter of beef every year for the cookouts for the summer. So no one was more shocked than me. As Barb will attest to, my best friend I've known since I was 5. I couldn't even speak a word of English yet. And we've been friends ever since, 40 plus years. And he was also an avid fisherman in our adult years. So I would go to Cabela's to get him something for his birthday. And typically, as Barb will attest, I would come home with more for me than I did for him. So,
true, all true.
All true, right? I love going to all-you-can-eat wing places. I would eat more than double my money's worth, sadly to them, but that's what I would do. But then something happened. I realized I was doing all those things less and less. I was starting to look at things around me in a new light. That new light allowed me to see other living things around me with respect I didn't have before. A strong feeling of empathy toward other human beings and animals. This led me to Unitarian Universalism with its very first principle, the inherent worth and dignity of every person. As I'm discovering and being open to, this is all part of my journey as a member of this race and as part of this world. Some of you may also know I'm a full-time college student. In my very first semester in English, I was required to write a research paper and chose the specific health benefits of a vegan diet. I thought it was a natural fit. Why not? I could learn more about why I'm doing it, the specifics of it, and what my dietary habits. And I also saw it as a method to learn more about the path I'm choosing. I expected to learn what I set out to research, as the title of my paper identified. I'll try to keep the mind-boggling statistics to a minimum, but I'll still throw a few at you to give some perspective. You ready?
Yeah.
Many studies have proven a vegan diet, which consists of no meat, poultry, seafood, or any animal byproducts such as cheese, milk, and eggs, can reverse the effects of rheumatoid arthritis, certain cancers, and heart disease. The American Institute for Cancer Research collects a multitude of laboratory studies regarding foods that fight cancer and compiles the results to educate the public. As an example of those results, vegan women had 34% lower rates of female-specific cancers such as breast, cervical, and ovarian cancer. Vegan men showed a 40% reduction in cancer of the intestinal system, the stomach, and the colon. This institute recommends filling at least 2/3 of your plate with vegetables, fruit, and whole grains, and beans to maintain a healthy weight. Everyone okay so far? Scientists at Sweden's Karolinska Institute, and by the way, the research that I found has a lot of information, more than I could tell you today. I'm just going to give you just a couple of examples. So scientists at Sweden's Karolinska Institute have discovered the removal of animal products from a diet has additional health benefits. They performed a 3-month study of 66 patients with rheumatoid arthritis, because people with rheumatoid arthritis also have increased risk of heart disease. The patients were randomly given a diet of plant-based products, gluten-free products, or a well-balanced non-vegan diet. The vegan diet consisted of fruit, vegetables, sunflower seeds, and gluten-free grains and starches. To supplement the lack of calcium, the patients were given sesame milk made from unshelled sesame seeds. Those patients consume 10% protein, 60% carbohydrates, and 30% fats, but no more than 10% saturated fats. The non-vegan diet given contained the same fat intake as the vegan diet, 10 to 15% protein, and 55 to 60% carbohydrates. The patients were also asked to eat 5 or more servings of fruits and vegetables daily, and increase the amount of complex carbohydrates and starches. Again, this is all part of my research paper. These statistics are only a small part of it, which I brought copies of if any of you are interested. The results of this study were both promising and surprising. In only a 3-month time span, the patients eating a vegan and gluten-free diet had lowered cardiovascular issues and risk factors including the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, the ratio of the LDL to the HDL, which is the good cholesterol. They had lower weight and body mass index, also known as BMI. The vegan diet also raised the level of antibodies that can keep diseases from developing. Simply put, a vegan diet will not only help those lose weight and maintain a healthy lifestyle, but it can also help prevent heart disease and strengthen the immune system. Now, this is what I expected to learn when I did my research paper, and supported one of the reasons that I decided to go vegan, to be healthier. Here's what I didn't expect. The vegan diet directly ties into my belief that everyone has worth. Agriculture alone is responsible for 87% of the world's freshwater use. And the grains used to feed the livestock could be utilized in helping to end world hunger. World meat production has quadrupled in the past 50 years, and farm animals now outnumber people by more than 3 to 1. In other words, the livestock population is expanding faster than the human population, and it's projected to continue to expand as the Far East middle classes increasingly adopt meat-centered diets, and as the Western taste for meat, eggs, and dairy products continue to grow. This trend will contribute to continuing malnourishment in the developing world, land degradation, and water scarcity because more animals means more crops are needed to feed them, and more land is needed to accomplish that. Land availability is one of the main constraints of food production. Western diets play a large part because livestock consume much more protein, water, and calories than they even produce. Most of the protein from vegetable seeds is used for the animal's bodily functions and not converted to meat, eggs, or milk. Basically, all those grains are grown just to keep them alive for us to eat. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization's report states that hunger causes the death of more than 1.5 million children a year. I'll say that again. It causes the hunger 1.5 million children a year. With the world's population expected to increase from 7.2 billion to 9 billion by 2050, one of the most urgent questions we have is how we, as a species, will feed ourselves in the next century. I found plenty of statistics during my research that back up my thoughts on the specific physical health benefits of a vegan diet. But the global and humanitarian effects of my decision have given me a different perspective of my role as a human being. I've come to believe the most basic right anyone or any living thing has is the right to live. Without that, no other rights matter. Little did I realize my choice of what I eat has a direct impact on someone else on the other side of the planet, making the earth a much smaller place and proving to me that we are all connected when today's service is over, I'm not expecting all of you to jump up out of your chairs and run home and clean out your refrigerators and your freezers of all meat and meat-based products. I'm not anticipating you will dump your gallons of milk down the drains as you curse Ears Dairy because of the information I just gave you. Here's what I can hope for. Is that I provided some awareness about eating healthy for yourself and how that can impact others, especially those that love you. What I can wish for is I, at the very least, gave you a reason to pause before you eat your next meal. And just think about why our first principle is the inherent worth